What's going on, guys? A few weeks ago, Bardown put out this tweet, CHL versus NCAA Alumni, who do you think would win? And I felt like this would be a perfect video for me to make to actually see who would win in the NHL 24 simulation. So, as you guys can see, I've gone through and made both of these teams. You've got the USA NCAA Alumni, 99 overall, put them in the Central. And then you got the Canada CHL Alumni, 97 overall. If you're wondering why are they only 97, it's because their goaltenders are nowhere near as good as the NCAA ones, but still, I think both teams are going to be pretty nasty. And for this video, guys, I'm taking control of the CHL Alumni, as me and Thrash actually have Spitfire season tickets, so I feel like I got to. Alright, guys, so right there you can see the CHL Alumni team, bar down, put together. I figured I would just, leave the team as is, except for one change. I felt like both the CHL and the NCAA Alumni teams had a defenseman I would swap. For the CHL team, it was Seth Jones for Dougie Hamilton, pretty big upgrade. And then for the NCAA team, it was Noah Hannafin for Zach Renski. Just straight swaps, same position, same handedness, just a higher rated guy. So I'm gonna show you guys what that team looks like now in game. Obviously, absolutely ridiculously stacked. So the first line here, you got Draisaitl playing McDavid, of course, and they've actually got Kucherov on their right wing. I think this line's really cool, as you actually have a WHL, OHL, and QMJHL player, and they're all where they should be, like on a map. You got the WHL on the left side, OHL in the middle, Q on the right, so pretty perfect line. They should absolutely dominate the NHL. The second line here is, of course, the Nova Scotia line. So you got McKinnon, Crosby, Marchand. Marchand and McKinnon actually both played for Halifax. Crosby, of course, played for Rimouski. On the third line, you got Tkachuk playing with Point and Marner. Marner and Tkachuk both played for the London Knights. Point in the middle there played for Moose Jaw. And then finally in the fourth line, you got Robertson, Bedard, and Reinhardt. Reinhardt played for the Kootenay Ice. Bedard there, of course, played for Regina. And then Robertson for the Kingston Frontenacs. Again, forward depth is insane. Star power is insane. Defense, definitely a weaker spot of this team. You got Morgan Riley on the Moose Jaw Warrior, playing with Hamilton, who played for Niagara. Again, this is why I have him to the team. He literally is our number one defenseman. I'm not sure what they were thinking. Dobson there, of course, played in the Q. He's playing with Morrissey from the WHL. You then have Sergachev, who played for My Windsor Spitfires, paired up with Drew Doughty there, who played for Guelph Storm. So pretty good chemistry as well. Ideally, a Morrissey top pair, but then chemistry drops from +5 to +3. So I feel like this is fine. Very, very good chemistry. Stuart Skinner's our starting goal, and Fleury's his backup. So like I said before, that's why they're not 99 overall. The goaltending tandem there could be better. In terms of the power play, I mean, you look at power play 1, literally don't even have a defenseman, because why would you need one when everyone's 94 overall or higher? Ridiculous. That's the best power play in the NHL. It's not even close. Even the second unit there is probably the second best power play in the NHL. Again, no defenseman. The four-mans there, all ridiculous. With the Nova Scotia one there. In terms of the PK, we're still looking solid. Like, Crosby can play D. Same with Marchand. +5 in that first unit. Points really quick. Pretty solid defensively. McKinnon, Reinhardt there. I think, too, do we get any negative chemistry? The second three-man with McKinnon, but I mean, I think they'll be okay. McKinnon, Morrissey, Thompson as the three guys out there. So, really excited to see how this team does. Of course, I'll show you guys the NCAA team. I think we'll have to sim a couple days to make sure they have that regular season lineup out. As you guys can see here, the CHL team currently 7-1 the preseason, and Crosby there leading the way with 14 points in 8 games, almost 2 points a game. I think that's fitting because, when he was in junior, he was an absolute god. So, leading this team here, it makes a lot of sense to me. So first things first, guys, right there you can see the NCAA team that Bardown put together. Obviously, first look, you'll notice tons of Michigan players I'm a fan of. Also a bunch of BU players. And again, in terms of the defense, replaced Hannafin with Werenski. Also that D-top pair, Hughes and McCarr, is probably like the best defensive pair of all time. Goaltending, as I mentioned, much better. Hellebuck and Onger. So I'll actually show you guys now what that team looks like in game. Again, this is just going to be what the computer decided for the lines. Starting off here, guys, we got Jake Gensel, Jack Eichel, and Clayton Keller. It would be really cool, actually, if they put Brady Tkachuk first line left wing. Would be an entire BU line. But they got Gensel instead from Nebraska, Omaha. Definitely a smaller school. Kyle Connor there playing with Tage Thompson, Cole Caulfield. So you got Wisconsin, UConn, and of course Michigan. Right there's Brady Tkachuk playing with Larkin and Hyman. So a couple Michigan boys. Again, drop Connor down to the third line, have an entire Michigan line. Then have Chris Kreider there from Boston College, Zigas from BU, and then Fantilli, of course, from Michigan. So both teams have a rookie. NCAA with Adam Fantilli, CHL with Connor Bedard. Now, in terms of the defense, like I mentioned, yeah, the top pair, Hughes and McCarr, both 95 overall. That's the best D pair we've seen in the history of the NHL. I can't wait to see how they sim together. You then have Slavin Fox on the second pair. And now Adam Fox, of course, went to Harvard. Jacob Slavin actually went to Colorado College. Werenski there played for Michigan. McAvoy, BU. Of course, McCarr played for UMass, and then Hughes also played for Michigan. In terms of the goaltenders, Connor Hellebuck also played for UMass, but it was like UMass Lowell or Lowell. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but a different school than Cale McCarr. And then Jake Onger there, another BU player. So, kind of cool to see like half this team, I think, is Michigan or Boston University, which shows you kind of which schools pump out the best players. Again, you look at their power play 1, it's kind of completely different than the CHL team. You got 2 defensemen on it, but that's because they are, that good. Even Adam Fox on the second unit. So this team, again, definitely better defense and better goaltending, but forward-wise, CHL has the advantage. So this video is almost like what matters more, offense or defense. Of course, CHL, the high-power offense. NCAA with the strong defense and goaltending. So we're going to get started here, guys. Again, I'll make sure, to sim every single game where these two play each other, actually, see what happens. Speaking of an early game in CHL Arena, wherever that would be, it's going to be like the 5th game of the year. We're playing NCAA. We actually lost our first game, 8-7 shootout to Detroit, 8-1 win to the Panthers. Yeah, this team, 6-1, 5-2. They're going to have probably the highest goals for in the NHL. Haven't lost a regulation yet. NCAA, there's 3-1-1. So should be a good game. Maybe we'll jump in like, the final 5 minutes or something. But first period here, guys, 2-0. Jack Eichel with a couple, okay. And after that, 4-3, you got Robertson, Bedard, McKinnon, Connor Larkin for NCAA. So close game so far. Power play here for the CHL team. No score, though. Big kill there by NCAA. CHL's, I was going to say, out shooting them. And as I said that, Kucherov there ties this game up. Would be really cool, actually, if this could go to OT. Another power play. Another big PK by NCAA. But, I mean, when you look at their defense, like, Makar and Hughes on a top PK would be ridiculous. And yeah, we are going to OT, so you know what? We're going to watch this thing and see who comes out the winner. And I just realized, guys, I totally forgot to show you the jerseys for these teams. So right there you can see the home for the CHL. I went with like the purple, red, and white because that's kind of what the CHL colors are. And then the away there's just like the opposite of that. And then of course the NCAA team there with the white and light blue. That's based off the NCAA logo. So we're going to go with the home here. But again, I'm going to be the coach. Just let these two teams play each other. And right there, you guys can see the home for the NCAA. I used both like the darker blue and the light blue because I've seen both versions of the NCAA logo. But we'll get started here. I'm actually curious to see rating-wise how these two teams match up. So we got 100 offense for both, 100 defense for both, 97 goaltending for NCAA, and only 87 there for CHL. So like I mentioned, that is your big difference. So here we go. Connor McDavid versus Jack Eichel, 1 versus 2 in the 2015 draft. And here we go. Kucherov's on the puck. He had McDavid. A little backhand sauce could have sprung him for a breakaway, but I don't know. He was looking at something else, I guess. Eichel now throwing up the left side to Makar. And wow, what a save there from Marc-Andre Fleury. I'm not sure if he got the start of this game or if Skinner got pulled. You got McDavid on it here. Nice save there from Connor Hellebuyck, I think. Again, it's really hard to judge. Just look at the front of a goalie. Oh my, what a move by Gensel. In alone. And wow, another huge save from Flower. Draisaitl with it now, and McKinnon. Draisaitl rank number 3, because I guess McKinnon has his 29. Could have switched that, but whatever. It doesn't really matter too much. All right, so you got Doughty back here. Playing decent defense. Ooh, what a hit on Connor. Kind of looked weird. Actually, sorry, that's Dobson rank number 8. McKinnon all alone. What? And he gets denied. And, oh my gosh, almost a chance for Draisaitl, but a big defensive poke. That had like shades the North American game-winning goal, if you guys remember. McKinnon was all alone. Deked out Henrik Lundqvist. I thought that's what we're going to see there, but did not happen. It's now McKinnon versus Thompson here in the face-off circle, offensive zone. Thompson wins it, almost scores on Hellebuyck, who is in net, I wasn't sure. Fox now has it here for NCAA. 20 seconds to go. Big D from Doughty. He is just circling back. Okay, McKinnon on it now with Draisaitl. It's a 3-on-1. Seconds to go. Oh my gosh, what a terrible pass. But a good steal. 8 seconds. We're probably going to a shootout. Very interesting to see Doughty just constantly like skate back at his own end. McKinnon gonna run out of time. Yeah, needs to shoot the puck when the seconds are dying down. I'm guessing, like us, you can't see that score clock down there. Luckily, NHL 25, they fixed that. I wish they fixed it a lot sooner, but here we go, guys. Head to the shootout. This game's currently 42-29 in terms of the shots, so that's the difference there in goaltending. Connor Hellebuyck staying on his head for the NCAA alumni. Marc-Andre Fleury also with a weird number there, wearing 12. Are him and Skinner both 31? Is that why? I don't know, but they got Clayton Keller here as the first shooter, and Marc-Andre Fleury with a big save. And for the CHL alumni, Jason Robertson. Nothing against him, but of all the players, like you got McDavid, Crosby, McKinnon. I'm surprised they have him going first. Trevor Zegras now for NCAA. Maybe he'll just pull a Michigan here, win the game. And no Michigan, but he does snipe it. Actually, wait a minute, that didn't go in? I thought it did. Next up is Matthew Tkachuk, who gets denied. All right, guys, I'm watching the replay now on the Zegras shot to see where this hit. Wait a minute. That fully is in the net. The net's moving with the puck. No goal light going off. Okay, all I can think... Oh, you know what? It's probably because he pulls the puck back here, right? He's not keeping forward motion, so that's funny. I don't really see that, AI do that too often. I guess we got saved there. Big save, speaking of, from Flowers. So I'm not sure who's next, but game on their stick. Mitch Marner. All right, let's go. Can he win it? And he gets shut down there by Hellebuyck. Okay, so next goal wins. NHL 24 cover boy, Cale Makar, and he snipes it. Okay, here you go, guys. Nathan McKinnon, his teammate. Can he tie it up? And he gets denied. So CHL team loses in the shootout there at NCAA. Close match though, and obviously the real winners, whichever team, advances further in the playoffs. All right, guys, so it's now time for the rematch here with the NCAA team. We're currently 15-2-4 in November. They're 13-9-1, so the CHL team, much better record. First place there in the Atlantic. The NCAA team is actually still third place in the Central. Also, too, I should point out the 2 regulation losses this team has were to 2 of the best teams in the NHL, Edmonton Oilers and Colorado Avalanche. So kind of shows you, how good they are. Also showing that goalies don't matter too much because this insane forward group is definitely carrying. Rematch here, first period, 2-2. Okay, close again. Zegers, Thompson, Kucherov, Kachuk. 3-3, Eichel, Marchand. These two teams love playing each other. Close games every time. NCAA is actually outshooting CHL this time. Power play chance. McKinnon short-handed. Wow. And then Crosby follows it up. The Nova Scotia boys are getting it done. Let's see. 5-3 now for the CHL. Power play. And it's a good kill. 5 minutes to go. Can they get their revenge here and tie this thing up? And they do. So there you go, guys. CHL, NCAA are now 1-1 against each other in the regular season. I don't think they play each other again. I'm pretty sure it's just those 2 games. We'll just see the end of the season now. Hopefully both make the playoffs. It'd be kind of dumb if only one does. And obviously it'd be super cool if they can actually meet each other in the Stanley Cup final. All right, guys. So it's now the end of the season here. We have a record of 56-16-10. I feel like this team definitely should be a 60-win team, but I mean, they were close. 122 points on the year. Was enough to win the President's Trophy. NCAA team there had 109 points with 52 wins, so they actually turned it around after kind of a, bit of a slow start there in the fall. Leading scorer for this team, Nikita Kucherov, 107-82. So I'm actually surprised he put up that many points. A lot of times we have a team that's this stacked because there's just so many good players. They don't really get the ice time or just, I don't know, whatever, algorithms going on. They don't perform as good as you'd expect. Like, as you can see, McDavid, Draisaitl both failed to put 100 points up, but 99 is not bad. McKinnon, 87. I feel like Crosby should have had that. He's got 72. Robertson, 70, which is actually kind of nuts because he was playing 4th line. Wow. I think it was like 4th line, but maybe 2nd power play. Pretty ridiculous numbers considering what do you have? Yeah, 12 minutes, not even 12 minutes of ice time. Marner there, Reinhart, Hamilton, Matthew Tkachuk, Brad Marchand, 54, playing 2nd line probably. Should have done better. Connor Bedard, 53. I'm sure his, Chicago clone or whatever is definitely going to outscore him. Lowest scoring player on the team is actually the Spitfire Sergachev with 15. That hurts to see. Goaltending here. So Skinner got most of the starts. 8-9 save percentage. That is crazy. Fleury, much better, 9-1-4. Yeah, don't really know what Skinner's doing. Should be playing a lot better with that team in front of him. Want to take a look here at the entire NCAA team. So Kyle Connors, their leading scorer, 103. And again, if you remember, he was on the 2nd line. So pretty nuts. What was his ice time? Yeah, 17.5. Eichel there, 80. Caulfield, Keller. Only 4 guys, 70 plus. You had Gensel, McCarr, Tage Thompson, Fox, Hughes, though, all in the 60s. So, yeah, 9 players on the team with 60 plus is pretty ridiculous. Look at their team here. I'm curious. Lowest scorer was Robert Haig. He was on the team. He definitely got called up from the AHL team. For what reason, I have no idea. Injuries were off. And they literally had Seth Jones as their 7th defenseman. They sent down Seth Jones, and maybe they traded him away. All these guys played 82 games. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on there. Goaltending-wise, Oncher, again, the backup, better numbers, 9-1-1. Hellebuck 906 is solid, though. Also, too, guys, I was curious, to just counted it up. The CHL team had 10 guys with 60-plus points, so more than half the team was putting up 60. That is crazy. Now, entire league, you got the McKinnon on the Avs, 116. R. Kucherov, 107s. Zibanejad, Nylander, Ranson there. Connor on the NCAA team. Marchessault, Kucherov, Patty Kane. I should point out, you guys might have noticed Marchessault there on Vegas. These are the final EA rosters because the custom roster had too many created teams, so I figured it'd just be easier to do this. In terms of the goals, Kucherov with the Lightning actually wins the race for Richard. Defensive scoring, it's Quinn Hughes with the Canucks, 97. Goaltender stats, Aiden Hill had the most wins. And then Andre there with the Stars had the best save percentage. And then Skinner with the Oilers had the 2nd best. And these 2 guys are literally on the stack teams putting up worse numbers. That's what I mean. Like, sometimes this game, I don't really understand it. And then, yeah, Andre, best goals against. So he's probably winning the Vezina. Rookie scores here. Connor Bedard with the Blackhawks, yeah. 95 points. He almost doubled our Connor Bedard's, but again, 1st line versus 4th line. That's to be expected. And now look at the entire league here, guys. As I mentioned, CHL takes home President's Trophy. NCAA, though, was in 4th. In terms of the goals for, yeah, 390 we were 1st. NCAA was 2nd. 334. So you can see, though, like 45 goal difference. Goals against, the Oilers had the best, followed by NCAA. CHL was actually 4th best. I expected NCAA to have the best one. The Oilers having the best with Stuart Skinner, who's our goalie, who had less than 900 save percentage. Again, is interesting results. Anyways, guys, we'll get started here with the playoffs. we've got the Red Wings in the first round. So they trade away Patrick Kane and make the playoffs. Okay, Yzerman just doing Yzerman things. First 2 games here at home. 6-5 OT loss, followed up by a 6-2 win. 2-1 loss. There's no way. I mean, I like Detroit, but 4-3 OT win. If they beat this team, that would just be insane. 3-0 win. Okay, win one of the next 2. Okay, they beat Detroit there in 6. Like I said, Red Wings are my favorite team. If they would have beat this team, I would have had something to say. So they got the defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers now in round 2. And they're going to take the first 2 games, 2-0 and 6-5. Head to Florida now. 6-3 win, 4-3 OT loss. So almost had a sweep. As I say that, after losing an OT, they lose the next 2 games. Florida forces a game 7. Let's see what happens here, guys. First period, Draisaitl. Second period, okay. Robertson, Kucherov, McKinnon. That should be, 6-1. McKinnon gets a hat trick there with a big win. So, CHL team now moving on to the conference final. And in the West, it's Vegas versus Edmonton, with Vegas winning. And then the Avs versus the Stars sweeping. Are you kidding me? The NCAA team is already knocked out of the playoffs. That is crazy. As I mentioned, was hoping, could have met up with them in the final. But next year, guys, we have the Rangers in the conference final. Already won that first game and the second in OT. Third's a 4-0 win. And we get the sweep on the Rangers. Okay. And it looks like we might be playing the Dallas Stars, and we are. So, Dallas, of course, I'm trying to think. Do we have any other players? I don't believe so. So, I'll just sim till it's an elimination game. So, won the first 2 games at home. We're headed to Dallas now. That's 3-0 series lead. Somehow, the conference final, the Stanley Cup final, going easier for these guys. First period, 0-0. Second period, 1-1. Robertson Hintz. I was like, do we have any Dallas Stars? How did I forget what Jason Robertson scores on his team? All right, now Hintz, I think, actually had a shorty here. So, 1-1 game, chance of the Stanley Cup, outshooting them there. 31-21, Braden Point gives us the lead, makes it a 2-1 game. Tyler Seguin, though, ties it up within like 1 minute. He's probably wishing he made this team. Of course, he played for Plymouth back in the day before they changed cities. Thomas Harley, potential game winner, 3-2 now. Thomas Harley's the other guy, could have been on this CHL team. 1 minute left. The Dallas Stars avoid the sweep with a 3-2 win. Next year, guys, Game 5 back at home, wherever CHL Arena would be. Wow, 4-0 in the second. McKinnon with 2, McDavid, Kucherov. Probably just going to be fine here. And yeah, CHL team holds on. McKinnon with another playoff hat trick as they win 5-2 to take home the Stanley Cup. I feel like probably don't need to watch this one. It is fine. But there you have it, guys. CHL Alumni, Stanley Cup champions. Again, I mentioned, even though they had the worst goaltending, I did think, they were the better team. And you got the Lehigh Valley Phantoms there winning the AHL. So I'm curious to see who knocked out the NCAA team. Also, speaking of McKinnon, what a playoff. 34 points in 22 games. Looking like Connor McDavid this year. So take a look and see how everybody else on this team did. Speaking of McDavid, he had 32. Ridiculous. Kucherov, 29. So those 3 put up ridiculous numbers. Then had Crosby and Draisaitl at 19. Kind of funny, Draisaitl's, so far below the rest of his first line. Also, McKinnon, playing second line and just doing that much better. Take a look and see goaltenders. So Skinner finally played decent, 908, 258. Taking a look here at the NCAA team, Connor Hellebuck. They got knocked out in the first round. He went 3-4 there, below 900. Let's see. Quinn Hughes at 10-7. Eichel at 9-7. Kachuk was a point per game. This doesn't really look like a team, just looking at the stats. That was a first round exit, but I'll take a look at this playoff tree here. So let's see. The Avs beat them in 7 before getting swept by the Stars. Dang, okay. That's tough for the NCAA team. Of course, we know our road to that Stanley Cup. Finally here, guys, we'll take a look at the awards. Of course, we won both the Stanley Cup and the President's Trophy. Individually here, McKinnon on the Avs got the Art Ross and the Hart. Quinn Hughes got the James Norris. Again, all these guys are on our custom teams, but none of these guys are doing it with the custom team. And Aaron there, Lady Bing. Bedard Calder Trophy. Again, not ours. McKinnon Conn Smythe, that is ours. Andre Vesna. Skinner William Jennings. Ruda Bill Masterton. Flames coach Jack Adams. Crosby Selke. Penguins won. And then McKinnon Ted Lindsay. Kucherov, Maurice Richard. There you have it, guys. Only one, the Conn Smythe for individual awards, even though our players, I think, were all of them, but like the Bill Mastertons. Well, that's all right. I thought that was a really fun sim. Like I said, I think it does, do a little bit of test there to show you goaltending definitely the least important position. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.